I think I just know what I. Sorry, I didn't know it was loud. I think I just know what I do well, and what my weaknesses are, and I know I shoot the ball well, and I just try to play the role to my best of my ability. But we have a lot of guys like that on this team, so it's gonna be a nightmare matchup, for a lot of teams, and every night's gonna be a different score, pretty much.
Matt must said he really first half come off the bench and being that reliever. How have you embraced that role?
Yeah, I like it. I mean, it's been good the first couple of games. I feel like I can come in, make a real difference when I come in, bring in energy, just kind of change the dynamic of the game a little bit. So whatever role he assigns me, like I'm gonna accept it and I'm gonna excel in it. So
You had many games before shooting 100%.
a couple.
Both you guys, a lot of empty seats, tonight in general. Also just talking about the need for everyone in this program to kind of get more involved,
Hmm.
try to get out to the community. What's your guys' attitude on that? How do you expect that this program is going to kind of build more momentum with this fan base?
I think we have a lot of high expectations and goals that we want to reach. Including making a run deep in March Madness. But as we win and we keep going on, I think it's just people are just gonna hop on the must bus and start filling it up.
Yeah, like he said, just got to keep building it game by game, keep winning games, and people will start showing up.
Musk is talking about how just tight this rotation is, how close guys are, even the 11th, 12th guy to the 6th, 7th. Has it felt that way to you guys over the course of the offseason heading into the season?
Yeah, I mean we're talented. I don't know how many guys are on a roster, 15, something like that, 1 through 16, super talented. And, I feel like we could trust anyone to go out there and play. But we got a ton of experience, so it's pretty tight, like you said. But a ton of talent everywhere through the roster.
You guys had 21 assists, like high turnover, something like that. In terms of the ball control, what do you feel like that sort of signaled about how quickly this group has been able to gel despite knowing each other for 6 months or whatever?
I think just first of all, unselfishness. Like a lot of guys, if you're not, driving the bus, a lot of guys would just crash it. So I think it just shows that, we're just an unselfish team that guys know how to win and what it takes to sacrifice and be there for others.
Yeah, I think. No, you got it. It's all good.
Number 2 for them was picked to be their conference's player of the year, and he only had 6 points, 1 attempt from the field bottom. How'd you guys slow him down? Was that a big point of emphasis?
Yeah, just identifying him in transition. I think we had let up 0 transition points. I think Coach Musk said that. But just knowing where he is at all times, knowing he's a good player. I think our size and length really bothered him and Huff too. Yeah, we did a good job on him.
Was there a specific moment in the game where you guys felt that you really started to gel? Obviously, coming out of the break, the team looked like it was swinging a lot higher than the first half.
I just think it's still a work in progress. A ton of ups and downs. There's points where we look really good. There's points where we don't look that good. So we just got to keep building each game.
I think definitely right before halftime, we got a couple stops, and it was like, okay, now we're getting stops. Like, we're going to get it rolling, and coming right out into the second half is when we really started to get it going.
Do one more?
What did Wesley show you as another guy?
Say it one more time.
What did Wesley Yates show you tonight?
Oh, I mean, Wes is a bucket.
He's a
Like,
dog.
he can get a bucket at any point, as y'all can see. Just a young guy, he's going to continue to get better, but his offensive game is just already so polished, and he can just make, some tough shots. So definitely going to see.
And also his defense. I don't think you guys have seen that yet. I think Musk said he has the potential to be one of the best on-ball defenders that we have, just as his athleticism and anticipation, stuff like that. So he's a dog. He's got it. Yeah.
But just like, even besides West, like all our young guys are just super talented. Like, we got a really good group of young freshmen and sophomores.
Thank you, gentlemen.
Thank you.
Yeah, I think everything's fluid. And I think everything should be fluid based on practice, based on opportunity, late in the game. We told the guys, like, play your minutes. And that's a phrase we use. You're not playing the score. You're playing your minutes. There's no such thing as garbage time here. That's how you earn trust and opportunity to get more and have a more expanded role when you play and continue to execute the game plan regardless of score. So, I've told the story about Trey Wade not playing hardly at all, and then we put him in the lineup, and our team took off. And, it's not that I was smart when I put him in. I was probably dumb that I didn't do it earlier. And hopefully there's somebody like that here that keeps working, and then we put him, we make a change in the lineup. And when you lose a game or two, you have to make some tough decisions, whether you're going to stick on the course that you're on or whether you want to make a change and give someone, and that's some of the stuff that over a 30-game season, we're going to have to try to figure out what route we take. But obviously, putting Shelley in the starting lineup on game one, I'm not so sure the whole staff agreed, but I really wanted to bring our reliever in, Matt Knowling, because I kind of look at him like a closer, and I knew how comfortable I would be going to the bench. Hopefully I don't have to start Matt, because I love calling his name, bringing him out of the pen and having him, do some damage.
You talked about building energy with this program. Obviously, this is night one of a new era. What did you think, just in general, about the turnout, the environment?
Yeah, I mean, we want it to be better. I need to do a better job. I haven't been to frats, and I got to get out more. Probably got to be more active on social media. I've been pretty passive. And it's collective. It's our whole department. You know what I mean? Like we want this, but there's a lot of, there's an NBA game tonight. Another school played tonight. And so to me, there's competition. And so what we have to do is we can control the people that came tonight deciding if they want to come back. And that's what I told the team, like even during the huddle, like we got to have more fun. Like people have to read your body language and they were having fun, but like we got to continue to build on that. There was no preconceived notions that there's going to be easy in this market. Like we have to win, and we got to play a decent style of play, and then you got to play super hard. And we talk about that all the time. Like we're in a market that there's a lot of options, and so if we have people come tonight and they don't want to come back, that's on us. That's not on them.
Do you expect that maybe there were going to be a lot of empty seats tonight, and just in general, does it make you think back to when you first started at Nevada, Arkansas, about how to kind of get things off the ground?
Yeah, I mean there was not, despite what Arkansas thinks, the first couple games, when there was half empty building. At Nevada, I could have counted them. So you got to win, and like I said, you've got to create an energy, meaning players on the floor that people feel it and want to be around it.
What were your thoughts about the freshmen Wesley and Isaiah, how they played today?
Yeah, so Wes is, he's super, super talented. So he missed all last year with an injury. He had to really work to play himself into shape. He missed basically the entire 8 weeks of the summer. He's a freshman who didn't play for a year. So he's got to continue to learn both plays at the 1 and 2. That's a area that we want him to focus on, not just learn the plays at the 2. And then, not turn the ball over. And but his explosiveness, you saw it on the dunk. You can see it with his 3-point. You can see it with his ball handling. And he's got incredible strength. So, he's a guy that some nights we're going to need a lift. I thought when he came in the game, he gave us a lift tonight.
Do you want more?
It seemed like you guys really clicked.
I mean, my wife, I don't have anything else to do tonight, so we can keep going. My wife's watching Power, and I don't have anything else to do.
It seemed like you guys really clicked coming out of the break. What did you see change over the course of the game? Were there any adjustments at half?
Yeah, at halftime, we scrapped all of our half-court offense, and they were playing a 3-2 zone. When we got the ball in the middle, sometimes they went man-to-man. That's hard to read. We haven't faced a zone yet. We don't play zone in practice, so it was first time we saw it. We were a little discombobulated, and so I said just run our opportunity break, which is hit the wing, play through the trail guy, get the ball to the second side, one back door, and then we're playing in our open offense, which is a 5-man passing game. And I thought we were much, much better and played with better flow, getting the 45 points in the second half. And again, that's on us not to do it earlier. But we did make that adjustment at halftime.
Kind of a two-parter here. Back to Wesley, looked like at times he was kind of made you age about 5 years on the sidelines at times. What's your approach to kind of coaching a young guy like that, especially like you said, a guy who hasn't been here for a year? And I think we also just found out that
Yeah, I mean, so we recruited him really hard at Arkansas. Obviously, where he grew up in Texas is fairly close to Arkansas. I don't know where we were. You'd have to ask him in his thing, but I do remember Coach Ruda going to a track meet, and Washington had their whole staff there. And so Coach Ruda called me and said, hey, the good news is Wes was super cool and was really good in his track meet. The negative is Washington's whole staff was here, and it's kind of a long travel. So we had a prior relationship. And then obviously Quincy, he's super close with him, and then he's got a relationship with Coach Conroy as well. We good? What's that?
Obviously, your rotation went, I assume, deeper than you would normally play it. Do you have a general idea of how deep you'd like to go in terms of your rotation?
I don't know, right? Like, I mean, for us, historically, it's a small rotation. I'm still trying to figure it out. I really am. I mean, I would love to say that we have the answers, but we don't. There's not a lot of separation, to be honest. And so Wes gives you some things. Jalen Shelley gives you some things. Isaiah gives you some things. So, Rashawn and Harry are different type players, but they've kind of been battling. And so there's going to be, 3 or 4 guys that are not that far off from leapfrogging another, and it's just going to maybe come down to how the game's flowing. Obviously, if Terrence plays, I mean, he would have played, 20-plus minutes tonight, and so that eliminates somebody who played tonight's minutes. But we'll still figure it out until, I hope that they're forcing us to still make decisions in January.
Thank you, Coach Musselman.
Thanks. Appreciate it.